You know, since you got your killers that's driving around in cars, headshotting niggas and following people, you know, I never seen people that's killing people for no reason and then trying to cover up the things that they did. Yo, listen, if you hit your parent that made all the life, what is gonna happen to you? Who you gonna blame and say what happened to you? You fucking conditioned yourself. It's just like, listen, I enjoy Cyborg. You know, I really do. I really enjoy Cyborg and stuff because a person would never be able to make it. And I tell a person, man, don't be like the invisible scorpion and just one day they did something stupid and then realize they should have never did stupidness to themselves. So then a person wonders about certain things. I'm already nice. I'm beyond nice. You for real, for real, for real, for real, beyond nice. Yeah, what's up? Hey man, you know something? Look, nothing like this.
Oh, like that.
Don't smoke. That's it. No, I don't do that. Yeah. Huh? Endurance would be a little different, you know? It's just like seeing a girl. You tell a girl, another man, another time. Like you would tell a starbeard. Nah. Yeah. So like I would tell starbeings, right? If your mother's sexing another man, that means I guess you going down another time and stuff, you know? Probably you find out what time you're going down. Go find out what time that you feel like you're gonna fall and stuff. You know, especially when it comes to your social economics and habitation, especially to individuals of light anatomy, you know, of light matters because what matters to you, right? So if your mother sexes another man, what I guess who birthday are you gonna be conditioned and stuff, you know? Because if it didn't hurt, it must have been air and light because something must have told her not to hurt a certain type of way. And me, it's a different situation because I tell a person, it's so real, I could just sit and if I intensify the sun right now, I feel sorry for everybody. Because let me just tell you how real the situation is. The real reality of another individual, oh my lord. So good for you, star beings, because you have a lot of people and families that already targeted star beings a long time ago, my nigga. There was people that targeted star beings and families just because they were a star and they just wanted to know the knowledge and they felt like if they put them down, they were gonna find out a certain type of way. You ain't gonna put down no star being the reason that you were thinking and you fucked up your conscious thought. You ain't never gonna know. That's sometimes star beings, I hope that's what you think about before certain things happen because a person try to bring you down, they ain't never gonna know after that. That's it. It's like yo, you killed yourself for ever knowing. That should be the thought of your conscience. Thank you for killing yourself for ever knowing something you're never gonna know now. That's it. You know, it don't matter what they did. Even if they try to hit you with a shot to know, they're never gonna know. And I'm serious. And I'm a person so beyond nice, my nigga. I don't know who fucked up my wife for quality. So if my wife is feeling ways, swinging on people, abusive, like the drugs, because it must have been a nice social economic drug that made a person react a certain type of way, that made them want to be a barbaric feeling individual that just wants to go out and conquer everything that they see at a time. Me, my body produce when I'm fierce, a certain type of way, and happy with certain things, my body produces a natural numbing, a quality for individual to be okay. And that's just natural because it's like the reason why that happens on a level is because I'm the real soulmate of the reason of your intellect. So once you try to hurt me, it's like you're really hurting yourself. And the only way I could provide the natural equality is because my wife is asking me for a certain type of magic in the paradigm of time. and I'm doing something for her a certain type of way because she's telling me she needs to be doctored, and this is why I'm working in the paradigm. This is what Osiris and Mira was about. It's because I'm doctoring my wives because they're telling me at a time they're hurt and I can't believe what they're speaking about, and then I'm looking at them like, what? And then I don't gotta tell you. So if your sister came to my planet and then another nigga was foolish enough to drop off a male being, and then it didn't come from me, the reason of existence. Now a person says, yo, listen, I made the calendars of era, air, and light. Even, let me show you how real this is. Haiti was educated because of me. I already made air and light. So all that education and magic is because of me. A person says you don't believe me, yo, it don't matter how many times they swing on you. Purity is purity in enlightened anatomy when you ask magic, so it's going to show you the purest form to how real the situation is. So it's going to just tell you the reality, and you're going to find me. So it don't even matter. Good for you. You know what I'm saying? Just ask your light that nobody asks that question to keep you safe. So if you ask that question, nobody targets you a certain type of way so you can be safe. Because if a person really honest and they meant to know, then keep yourself safe so nobody will know nothing about you. So you gotta be smart about your situation so nobody doesn't. A person that reflects on elements, different situation. Because a person says you can't be mad at a person for being safe, for knowing the honesty. How about if they have to do something else for you in another time? So you think about that. Another person wants to creep up on me and do all that. My wife, I don't know how many times she fucked us. The space empress of the force gotta know the reality, because if something happens to me, it already happens to you. So what you thinking about? Another person told you Aaron Light, and then they were just trying, that Aaron Light was what Romeo and Juliet was about. Another person wanted to know how to speak to my wife because he was trying to manipulate my wife. I'm the real situation, but my wife got to see for herself, right? How come she never asked herself a question to go find herself? Wonderful life, man. It's just, you think about it, man. It's just like, I just came from somewhere, wanted to do some real honest shopping, and the person told me they'd rather influence me a certain type of way. Insulting my wife's atmosphere. My wife never been a lesbian. What is she trying to cause? But if you have Amazons, because this one is called Amazons. So if you have Amazons, that's something else. Probably chicks that's tired of certain situations, that was mad at other chicks, said they were gonna do them favors, stood about on a sideline, and just handled situations for them honestly, and just wanted a certain type of equality that was gonna mess them up eventually. But a person had to be disciplined. A person thought they disciplined something, but realized the anatomy was more of honesty of oneself. Because if a person wants to break your oath of honesty, how do they do it? By manipulation. So you gotta be careful, You don't want to end up in the wrong type of situations. Another person, I can't tell you about certain things. People do certain things a certain type of way. I know about certain equality, but another person just looks, I think about my higher quality. I don't think about anything else. Because when I want to be a certain type of way, I don't want nobody telling me sorry about nothing. So, and I don't want nobody having an excuse to why a situation did something a certain way, and then all type of stuff. I did certain things with people, and when you figure out your magic, I'm the reason why to do it. But another person cracking you at a time because they know how you dishonored your conscience. Because if you didn't want your conscience to know the reality, what are you doing a certain type of way? Because you know the reality. It's just another person that was fake that couldn't know your reality a certain type of way. So then you think about that. Another person, imagine doing something at a time and reflecting, doing element science, and a person takes a piss on you that is bad to the habitation of the reason you're doing a physical science a certain type of way. What's gonna happen to your reality reflecting at a time, and then one has to go out there and find the precise situation, and then you never know, another person could just be tired and they're just running around doing certain things because they know it's gonna reflect a certain type of way, and they got you going out your way at a time because they know you will be happy in a relationship, and they're just fucking up the reason of your relationship. And then another person is just, it's just like a person, you ever went to a sale, a men's sale, where they raffle off men and then chicks want to know, oh, is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? Let's go see what else he'll do a certain type of way. And they're just getting their payment. They're just getting the value of their payment. Yeah. Oh, man. Then they're getting the value of their payment a certain type of way. Because they said a man got to work. They said they're going back all the way to the times of my wife Leah. And so Leah's over there giving them advice. This is how you go. This is how you hug a nigga. This is how her and don't tell the coach. This is why, yo, listen. This is why I don't gotta go to Asia no more. Yo, good for her, right? What? Yo, another nigga. Yo, listen. If you thought that, my nigga, I was already taking a look at you a certain type of way. No. Your boyfriend goes, no, go this way. Your boyfriend went this way. You went that way, Yo, listen. Good for you. Oh, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yo, listen. What made Invincible magic? The elements said, what the fuck are you, crazy? That's not... The elements said, you fucking crazy. That's fucking nice. Oh, shit. Oh, man. One time I got stabbed, right? The knife came alive to kill that nigga that stabbed me. The knife said, oh, you broke me. He wasn't my dad. The nigga that broke his other son, that was his dad. But you broke... He said, no. The knife. That shit just kept talking till it got to nigga. Oh, man. You wouldn't believe it, man. No, I'm gonna enjoy my walk, man. I left my bag in the house today. They went through my bag. They read through the books that I had inside my bag. Privacy of my wives as empresses. Sacredcy of my family on level of physics. Nah, it's all right, man. The people in that house is real good, man. Matter of fact, their social economics of the peoples in that house is real good, man. I'm all right, man. Because my wife said if she never knew something, then that was... I can't even... Oh, man, I can't... Too bad, man. Be careful of your Illuminati bunch, because somewhere in that bunch is slothfulness, and a person's thinking about slothfulness at a time. So be careful of the type of oaths you make, man. It's just like, you ever had a nigga, imagine a people in a fraternity, and a person gives a person work another time, but then another guy's supposed to be teaching at the college, but he knows if another asshole that went to the college that got in on the line was a fucking just a nigga that wasn't supposed to even get on the line, was just a hookup from somebody else, and then knew he was gonna fuck up the line because other things that happened, another person wasn't paying attention, and then martial arts that was being done, fucking up other people's habitation, and then the other nigga gets in on the line and shit, and then next thing you know, the nigga fuck up the quality of individuals a certain type of way, or, he fucks up the quality of other individuals a certain type of way. Oh, no. If that's what you want to do, it's too bad for you, Go ahead. You could put out the sun if you want to put out the sun. Just don't drive at night either after that. But a person says they fucked up the quality of individuals. Or certain, let me get out the street because I don't feel like stepping on all your rocks of people trying to steal element magic and shit. You know, that's trying to get the booster, the quicker booster upper on some element magic lying to people in physics. That's trying to manipulate them for magic and shit. Rigid pussy and shit. Another person says, how did, and then the person just looks at it like, you should have thought about that before, huh, bitch? The nigga, yo, you'd be surprised. But anyway, listen, imagine a person doing some type of element science or being, and then fucking up their reason of their social equality. Imagine a person being online. Oh yeah, you gotta reflect on the element a certain type of way and all type of shit that they telling you. I don't give a fuck about that. Listen, let me just tell you what I need to tell you. Imagine a person at a time that goes on the line, fucks up people's social economics, fucks up their martial arts because they're not gonna know the martial arts of their purity. And then a person does certain things a certain type of way, is only meant for certain people, and then you have people that ate at people's house. Another person probably had a regimen a certain type of ways. And, let me tell you something. You know something? A person having me speak about certain things is a person that's asking certain questions. Then me answering the questions that they asking at the time for they can know how serious the situation is. Another person got them asking the question because I shared a form of harmony with that person. While I'm giving you the honesty of what you need to know a certain type of way, another person's causing an entrapment. All they want to do is end the world, and they just know got to boil down to me because another person, if evaporating something is evaporation, who you think? I made the science or all science. So what you think? A person is going to tell you the honesty about certain things, but if they're going about the chemistry, the wrong type of physics pattern, so what you think is going to happen? I don't want to drive on the same, I don't want to walk on the same side with your stupid shit that's down that one little stupid line and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just like, you know, it's just being real. So another person's wasting time on my camera. But anyway, if they fuck up the harmony of the mythology of even a person learning a certain education, because when you go to college, it's like an uplifting of one's consciousness, a certain type of level, before you start learning certain things on certain other levels to see if you even qualified for a situation. And I'm only speaking to feminine beings. So there's not supposed to be male beings here because my wife is the one I doctored. I didn't doctor men. You know, men weren't supposed to do the wrong thing to end up being doctored. I never wanted men to use martial arts and do the wrong thing. When you see men started using martial arts and doing the wrong thing, then that had nothing to do with me. That's just a person. Listen, I was about to go get something, but I think another person's jeopardizing another person's social economic equality of finances. So, oh well. You know, actually, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I think this is the last video I'm gonna actually really make. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense to go make any more videos and tell you anything because the rest of you, if you're stupid, that means you're stupid for a reason. You know, I'm just being real and stuff, you know. I gotta be honest with you, you know. I never been this straight. I'm a Rosavian, bro. You know, another person wants to do other things. Probably another person tried to put their hands on because they want to have a certain type of equality. But would this Space Empress let me? The Space Empress would never let me get her. If I'm right about my situation, let me know. All right, then I don't need to know nothing. I'm not looking for a person manipulating the mechanics. I'm looking for other things in quality of life. Another person doesn't honor consecration. Another person manipulated consecration. I'm speaking to the real reality of life. These are people driving around these big trucks. They didn't honor consecration either because they dirtied the element even if they try to hit somebody with a car. So they didn't give a fuck about the element. They didn't give a fuck about the purity of life. I'm just being real. I don't give a fuck what another person tell me. Go about your business. Go. These are people that killed my children, the primes, and I'm Orion Pax. People that killed the era calendar in science. Another person said, "Why you got rid of era? Era is so." In era, there was other calendars before era, but people don't need to know nothing about that. They'll never find it neither because that social economic equality is gone. Now, in this social economic system, I'm never going to jeopardize another person's social equality or other star beings that's just trying to trade with stars to fuck up their existence of their martial arts and harmony. So I would never do it because another person, all they're doing is trying to wrap up their situation that they try to cause at a time, and then they wanted me to be a man of honor to waste my time just to come out here and explain the situation when people already knew what was going on. I explained it to them already, and they said, oh, they just wanted to see the document record because individuals stole the I Ching, and they want to be able to see what the reason of the I Ching was about. And then me doing magic for the I Ching that individuals know certain things, then it's a funny type of situation, right? So, oh well. And I never stole the I Ching, bro. I'm the one that really wrote the document. No, not the fake nigga that was making noise. That's going in this crib over there. I'm talking about me, myself, my nigga. Literally. Nah, I'm speaking about something else. But I let them know about your quality of noise, though. So, anyway. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That's why I skip birthdays. That's why I just told my wife. Person looking for their magic at a time ain't gonna work their mythology. Because why? I didn't touch nothing.
Here, take it easy, bro.
Huh? That's good for you, man. I don't eat meat. I ain't no cannibal or carnivore. I don't indulge individuals' nasty habitations. You know. But anyway, man, I just be real with you because another person doesn't know something. Anyway, you probably had somebody that sabotaged somebody's life and sat in the background. It's just like being online a fraternity. They sat far in the background, made them hurt themselves, and then set them up and said that they never did it, but they sent the person to go did it to be a part of the situation. And then when the situation was done, they went and fuck you, fuck out of here with your shit, nigga. Then when they went to go see their situation. You gonna hold on. Then when they went to go see their situation a certain type of way, then next thing you know, they sat far in the background, had a person hurt themselves, and then when the person passed out at a point and wondered what happened, it's just like, oh, you were online or something. They give you all type of excuse to something else, and they tell you that you were the best that ever did it a certain type of way, so you got to do this to yourself, and then next thing you know, you're wondering how your family name fell, and how your astrological tree started falling, how you started diminishing and devaluing yourself and just became demented, and another person started stealing your quality of depth and then wondering what happened. And then you hear people giving away gas, giving away cars, telling you it's a free world, all type of things, telling you live like a cannibal, so and so. It's like headshotting a fucking a being and then telling you to eat the being. They headshot and then all day they do them without that. Hey, good for you, man. Good for you, man. a perfect a perfect Mushu setup to how they killed the calendar of Mushu and the elders of Mushu. For they could just take down the calendar of Era because another person wanted to know other people's social economic equality. Another people try to say, oh, they split it up because they just wanted to teach it a different type of way. Bullshit. There wasn't no split up because why would you take away your elder that educated you for your enlightenment? That means a person didn't care. That means somebody stole the education and they just manipulating you because it's like a savage. It's just like my Triple Crown Empress. It's just like I used to tell even my wife Alice. I used to tell her like, listen, they stole your money, and then they told you to jump on the bus. So you tell me if that was your friend or not. She said, what are you talking about? I said, they robbed you all at one time. Your magic, the reason of the astrological tree of you being a dignity, and then the embarrassment of the hierarchy of the reason of your existence. Listen, that's like I told Alice. They robbed you. They stole your bus money, robbed you of your bus of the social economic quality of value. Then on top of it, tell you hop on a bus. Then they did it to all of them because I'm like they stole your quality of your value, the reason of your dignity of honor, and then on top of it took away the reason of you even being recognized for your mythology. Then on top of it, it started causing all type of situation. A person said, "Who did that?" Your homegirl Shabbat sounds. Person said, "What are you speaking about?" Oh, manipulation goes a long way when they cover up in jewel magic or how they devalue the jewel because a 10 astrological jewel empress says so and so. But it's just like, you ever learn about the sun's calendars and then the reflection of the suns? You ever watch DuckTales, a cartoon, and then individuals reflect the mirror in all type of ways and then the sun, and it shows you the path of light and then things that was done natural, and then you had people that just devalued the Triple Crown Empresses. That's like wiping out their magic in time and just taking their time to a rape or something that they committed. And then you got niggas like Jamie Foxx, all them niggas that then shot the value of their death. They didn't even care. Listen, let me show you how real this is. Yo, bro, there's a dude of depth that's, well, I don't know what quality is, a certain type, but I'm not gonna judge it. But a man that darkened his consciousness to take away his enlightenment at the time. That's funny, huh? Social equality. How many times I gotta explain it? They robbed you of your value and your quality, took away the reason of you even having the existence or acknowledgement of the crown, mockeried you all through existence because the jealous emotion, and then next thing you know, you running around wondering all type of stuff, and another person wants to commit identity theft to your consciousness because they already robbed you of your crown. You know, a person said they crowned you already. I said, I'm glad that you had that emotion when you crowned because I'm the reason that you even made a jewel. So, even for yourself. And I am the real. Listen, ain't no element that I didn't make, bro. So you could go over there, go be a rock collector and all type of stuff, and go do fucked up thing. I hope you accumulate all the rocks because it's like drinking poison all in one shot. Go sit in a circle and drink poison all in one shot because that's what you're doing to yourself already. Another person, I'll just tell them, just don't. Once you see them doing that, just don't be around. Just go. Just laugh at it from far away and stuff, and just hope that person never touches your pussy. Well, good for you guys, man. I don't even give a fuck about what you guys say. Another person says no, so nah, actually that was really somewhere else. But I don't give a fuck what you guys say. I don't give a fuck what you guys do. It seemed like y'all embarrassed yourself when it came to the elements already. It's just like what people did in Mexico when they were stealing horses. The same people in the social economic equality did the same thing on another level of physics. took advantage of the elements of the future quality and then ended up shutting down the quality. So you're Sodom and Gomorrah and Babylonian individuals that couldn't control their waistlines. Huh? Too bad. Whiny, huh? No, I don't give a fuck about it. Yo, listen, man. It's just like sad to say, but the reality that you caused. Like, what else is it? After I done told you about the Triple Crown, how they robbed, what they did to Alice, I don't even want to say nothing no more. The video started just to tell you the real story, what they did, right? Another person said, what are you talking about? I said, it all started with Rose. You know, a person said, what happened? She says, no, I'm not going back there. A man says, Rose, don't make the scene that way because you gotta go back there. The engine was already back there a certain type of way. While you were going, another person, she said, no, I don't want to go back there. I said, no, you were okay any type of way. Another person said to be ignorant on the reflection of your own equality to make a scene so you wouldn't have social economics. And another person embarrassed you. Then I said, even if you were a mineral, that's just too bad if anybody drank tea or, you know, anybody looked and thought us about something today. She said, but why? I said, if I did something to somebody or somebody else did it, your stubbornness showed the situation in the paradigm of time and